Hi, it's Miss Chivers, and this lesson is on subtracting 10 and 9. And after this lesson, you'll have some good strategies for being able to subtract 10s and 9s from numbers in the teens. So make sure you've got your pencil and paper, and you'll want to print out the assignment that's linked with this video, and we'll get started. Now we know that two-digit numbers have a ones place and a tens place. And in the ones place we count units. So we'll count these little blocks one by one, but in the tens place we're counting a group of 10 units. So it's easier to count when we have higher numbers by putting those little blocks into groups of 10 blocks each. So we see here that we have one group of 10 blocks. So I'll put a 1 here, and then in the ones place I see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the units or the ones, and so I'll write a 5 here, and I can see what my number is now, can't I? There's a 1 in the tens place and a 5 in the ones place. That's the number 15. So a 15 is 1 10 and 5 ones. Now, if I want to subtract 10 from that 15, it's easy to see that all I have to do is take away this group of 10. So it's easy to subtract the 10. I'll just take that one away, and that means in my number here I'll take away the 1 because that's in the tens place. So now we can see that what we have left are just ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, and now there are 0 tens, so there's nothing in the tens place. 15 minus 10 is 5. So when we're taking a 10 away from a number that's in the teens, all we have to do is take away that 1 that's in the tens place. Here we have 13 minus 10. If we said 3 minus 0, that would equal 3. And 1 minus 1 equals 0. So the answer is 3. We could have also just taken away that number that's in the tens place, and all we have left is the 3. When we take away a 10, we just take away 1 from the tens place. Now it's your turn to give it a try. All you have to do is look at your problem. The first one says 17 minus 10, and you know, since you're taking away a 10, a group of 10 here, all you have to do is change your number so that it does not have a 1 in the tens place. All you'll have left is the number that's left in the ones place. Go ahead and pause the video, solve the rest of these problems, and when you're all done, press play and we'll check our answers. Okay, here's the answers. Go ahead and check to see if you got them all right. Notice it's just going to be the number from the ones place in the number that you started with. Now let's use what we know about subtracting 10 from two-digit numbers that are in the teens, and let's think about subtracting 9 now. It seems a lot harder, but it's not really. Let's take a look. Here's a block that has 10 squares. When I put it here and I put a block with only 9 squares next to it, we could see that the only difference is that the 9 block is just missing one piece here on the end. And that can really help us when we're subtracting. Let's say I have a 14. There's 14. A 10 and a 4 is 14. And I would like to take 9 away. I can remember that the 9 block is just one smaller, so when I take away, I'll put this right on top here, and I can see what I have left. I have the 4 that was the part of the 14, and then there's that one little piece that I can still see from the 10 block. I'm taking all the rest of this away. Okay, so I have 4 plus 1, that's 5. So 14 minus 9 is 5. There's 5 blocks left. Let's look at another one. Here's my 10 block again, and I think this time I'll make it a 16. So 1 10 and 6 ones, 1 10 and 6 ones is 16, and I would like to take 9 away. Um, let's look at it in a little bit different way. When I had the 9 block here, we know that it covered up all of these and it just left that 1 sticking out right there. So this time, why don't I think about taking away 9 in a different way? Why don't I just think about getting rid of this 10 and putting one more block on the end of this one. So instead of taking 9 away, I'm going to take away the 10 and I'm going to add 1 to the ones place. Now my answer is 7. So 16 minus 9 equals 7. Let's look at the same idea but with base 10 blocks this time. So here we have our ones place and our tens place, and we have 15 minus 9 is our problem. So we have our 15, we have 1 10 and 1 2 3 4 5 ones. So that's our 15. We want to take 9 away, but instead of trading this 10 for 10 ones and putting them over here and then counting away 9 of them, let's do it in an easier way. Let's take this 10 away and just leave 1 behind, okay? Now you can't do this with the real blocks because they don't break apart, but you can imagine it. What if I just took away the 10 bar and just broke 1 off the top and moved it over here? Okay, then this is really a 9, but I can imagine it that I took away 10 and added 1 to the ones place. Now, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 15 minus 9 equals 6. Let's look at how to do this when we can only see the numbers and we don't have any blocks to work with. Here we have 17 minus 9. Remember how easy it was to take away 10 from 17? We just really had to get rid of the tens place number, and the answer was the number that was in the ones place. Well, we can almost do the same thing when we're taking away 9. We can just get rid of the tens place number. Remember, get rid of that 10 and then just leave 1 block behind though. Instead of taking away all 10 pieces in the tens place, just break 1 off the top, move it over to the ones place. So we're adding 1 to the number that's in the ones place. And when we do that, we get our answer to 17 minus 9. 17 minus 9 equals 8. Now I'm going to show you an even easier trick. When we want to subtract 9 from a number that's in the teens, we already know that what we want to do is think of that 9 as a 10, and we want to really take away the 10 and then add 1 to the ones place number. We know that's what we're doing, but we can think of it in an easier way. I see a 1 here. Now I know really it's a 10. It's in the tens place. But let me change the way I'm looking at it for a second, and let's look at it as if this were a little math problem. Let's look at that as 1 plus 7, because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're taking that ones place number and we're adding 1 to it to get our answer to 17 minus 9. 1 plus 7 equals 8. So by adding the 2 digits of the teen number together, we get the answer to that number minus 9. It's 8. Now let me give you a chance to try it. Remember, when you take away 9, try taking away 10 and then adding 1 to the ones place number. The other way to think of it is to think of the teen number as being a little math problem. Just think of adding those 2 digits together, and that'll give you the answer to that number minus 9. Okay, pause the video, go ahead and solve these problems, and then press play when you're finished and we'll check our answers. There's the answers. Did you get the same ones? Remember, all you had to do was add the 2 digits together of the teen number, and that gives you the answer to that number minus 9. Okay, it's your turn to work on the assignment. Make sure you print out the assignment page that's linked with this video and complete the problems. When you're all finished, you're going to have to send that to your math intervention teacher so that you can get credit for taking this makeup class. That's the end of our lesson. Don't forget to send your assignment to your math intervention teacher. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.